Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Russian President Vladimir Putin says Russia has sharply increased production of key weapons since the start of the war in Ukraine. Speaking at a defense industry meeting, Putin said output of the most demanded arms has risen several times compared with 2022. Russian forces have struck Kharkiv and nearby areas with 3 glide bombs, killing 2 people and injuring 8, Regional Governor Oleh Syniehubov said. 2 bombs hit the suburbs, while another struck a main road during heavy traffic, killing a man at the scene. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy says he plans to meet President Trump this Sunday to discuss territory and security guarantees. Zelenskyy said the talks are aimed at finalising as much as possible in efforts to end the war with Russia. He said talks with US officials were advancing, with some documents on ending the war and Ukraine's reconstruction nearly ready. Pakistan and the United Arab Emirates have agreed to strengthen economic ties through increased trade and investment. The understanding was reached during talks between Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who arrived in Pakistan on a one-day official visit. The UAE President was welcomed by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Chief of Defence Forces Field Marshal Asim Munir, Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, and other federal ministers and senior government officials. An official reception was held upon his arrival, featuring the playing of the national anthems of both countries, a 21-gun salute, and a guard of honour by a military contingent. At least 8 people have been killed in an explosion at a mosque of the Alawite minority sect in the Syrian city of Homs. A Syrian health ministry official said 21 others were wounded, and that the figures were a preliminary toll, indicating they could rise. Local officials said the blast took place during Friday noon prayers. China's foreign ministry has announced sanctions targeting 10 individuals and 20 US defense firms, including Boeing's St. Louis branch, over arms sales to Taiwan. The measures freeze any assets the companies and individuals hold in China and bar domestic organizations and individuals from doing business with them. Individuals on the list are also banned from entering China. A man has been arrested after stabbing 8 people and injuring 7 others with what was believed to be bleach at a rubber factory in central Japan. 8 people were taken to hospitals after being stabbed with a knife at the Yokohama Rubber Company in the city of Mishima. 5 of the injured were in serious condition, while 7 others were also injured by the bleach thrown at them during the attack. Police said the attacker was arrested for alleged attempted murder at the factory. A Malaysian court has sentenced former Prime Minister Najib Razak to 15 years in prison after convicting him on multiple counts of abuse of power and money laundering linked to the 1MDB scandal. The court ordered all sentences to be served concurrently. Earlier, Najib was found guilty of abuse of power in the biggest trial yet in the multi-billion-dollar 1MDB scandal. Malaysia and US investigators say at least $4.5 billion were stolen from One Malaysia Development Berhad, a state fund Najib co-founded in 2009 while in office. Najib has been charged with 4 counts of corruption and 21 counts of money laundering for receiving illegal transfers of more than 2.3 billion ringgit from 1MDB. Niger has begun implementing retaliatory diplomatic measures against the United States, announcing a sweeping ban on visas for US citizens. The decision comes in direct response to new US entry restrictions targeting Niger. The move also indefinitely bars American nationals from entering Niger's territory. A diplomatic source said the decision reflects Niger's determination to safeguard its national sovereignty and signals an evolution in Niamey's foreign policy posture. Donald Trump and the US military have claimed that the United States carried out a strike against Islamic State militants in northwest Nigeria, at the request of Nigeria's government, claiming the group had been targeting Christians in the region. The US military's Africa Command said the strike was carried out in Sokoto State in coordination with the Nigerian authorities and killed multiple ISIS militants. Nigeria's foreign ministry said the strike was carried out as part of ongoing security cooperation with the United States. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has signalled that the country will continue to develop missiles in the next 5 years, as he visited major munitions enterprises in the last quarter of 2025. According to the state media, Kim said, "The country's missile and shell production sector is of paramount importance in bolstering war deterrent." Gold, silver and platinum have hit record highs as speculative momentum and thinning year-end liquidity powered the precious metals, along with markets pricing in more US rate cuts and rising geopolitical tension. Spot gold rose 0.6% to $4,504.79 per ounce, after touching a record $4,530.60 earlier, while US gold futures for February delivery climbed 0.7% to $4,535.20. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.SAMAA TV. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.